Alright, one of these four ladies is going to be the next woman to face Dynamite Jeannie Parker for the Women's World Championship. Will it be Faye Crawford, Dione the Titaness, Brandy Knox, or Cherie Roy? That's what this next match is going to find out. Wrist clutch, baby step stomps from Dione the Titaness on Brandy Knox. Here's a cover. 1, 2, oh! Faye Crawford breaking up the pin. Goes after Dione, whips her to the ropes. Misses the grapple. Locks up with Cherie Roy. Cherie Roy. Chicken wing suplex. Takes a swing at Brandy Knox. Standing drop kick. Cherie Roy goes after Dione. Whips her to the ropes. Dione puts on the brakes. Suplex. To the Fairfield Fox from Cherie Roy. Brandy Knox on the outside, just coming to her senses. I'm not sure what Faye Crawford's trying to do here, but Dione's not going to let it happen. Dione the Titaness. Double ear clap, gets herself free. Cherie Roy takes down Brandy Knox. Goes for a cover, hooks the leg. 1, 2, and 3. That is it. Cherie Roy winning this match. What about pinfall?
The time, 4 minutes and 44 seconds. Your winner by pinfall and #1 contender for the Women's World Championship, Cherie Roy.
All right, well, next week on Snarl gonna be the Queen, Dynamite Jeannie Parker, and the Queen of the Black Garden, Cherie Roy, for the Women's World Championship.
Coming up next on Rage, Ladies Division action, with former Belt Council member Vivacious Virginia Austen, one-on-one with the #1 contender for the Women's World Championship, the Queen of the Black Garden, Cherie Roy.
What the win she had in that four-way at Snarl.
This next ladies match is scheduled for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Approaching the ring from Brisbane, Australia, Vivacious Virginia Austen.
She's the third member of the Belt Council that we haven't seen go solo yet. Vivacious Virginia Austen. Wow, does she paint that outfit on?
Virginia Austen building herself quite a reputation during her run with the Belt Council, notorious for that vicious leg drop from the top rope and the lover's kiss goodnight, her finisher that usually does lay an opponent out for the 1, 2, 3.
I think Virginia is going to catch an indie-style beatdown no matter who wins. And this may be Cherie's only chance at a tune-up match before she meets Jeannie Dynamite for the Women's World title at the Snarl on Saturday.
And her opponent from the Twin Cities, the Queen of the Black Garden, Cherie Roy.
Boy, that was a quick advancement up the ladder for Cherie Roy, huh? All of a sudden, out of the blue, she pins Brandy Knox in that four-way, and now she's facing Jeannie Parker next week.
And while I think Cherie Roy would make a standout Women's World Champion, she would have to get past Dynamite Jeannie Parker, and there's been nobody who's been able to do that for the last 6 years running.
And that begs the question, Don. Could Cherie Roy be the one?
Well, it's great that Autumn Breeze is standing by her tag team partner for moral support while Cherie works her way through all this complicated business.
Naturally, Autumn Breeze and Cherie Roy, more than just tag team partners, they are good friends as well.
Well, anyway, we do get a nice preview of what Cherie Roy might do against Jeannie Parker when she faces her at Snarl for the Women's World title.
Nothing but love for Cherie Roy, you guys. But Jeannie Dynamite is not going to lose the Women's World title to Cherie Roy. Not in this universe, she doesn't.
All right, Cherie Roy looking at this as something of a tune-up match. Referee Walt Rothburn rings the bell. Cherie charges, fails to connect with the jumping neckbreaker, catches an elbow to the head from Virginia Austen. Virginia Austen shoved away by Cherie Roy, quickly back. Oh, tagged her with a hard right on the top of the head. Cherie Roy, look at this, whoa, nasty variant on the backbreaker. Another clubbing right to the back of the head of Virginia Austen, and down she goes. The former Belt Council member having some problems with Cherie Roy in the early goings here. Cherie Roy all the way topside, and boom, leg drop right across the throat of Virginia Austen. The #1 contender for the Women's World Champion facing Dynamite Jeannie Parker April 12th, and she's sure showing off here. Cherie Roy, countered by Virginia Austen, finally beginning to mount some offense. Cherie Roy putting the brakes on here. Drop toe hold and into a leg drop. Oh, into a leg lock. Virginia Austen battling her way out. Cherie Roy quickly back on her feet here. Kick to the midsection. A chop across the chest, a couple of kicks, and a hurricane runner from the Queen of the Black Garden, going for an immediate pin here. One, and just barely a one. Cherie Roy gonna have to work a little bit harder to take down Virginia Austen all the way topside again. Fails to connect with the leg drop that time. Virginia Austen about to capitalize here into an abdominal stretch on Cherie Roy. Cherie Roy tags her with a couple of shots. Look at this. Crucifix, head scissors. That's one way of getting out of the hold. Virginia Austen, disrespectful slap right across the face of Cherie Roy. And Cherie Roy is not going to appreciate that in the slightest. Oh, gouging the face. Oh, Virginia Austen, never a respecter of the rules. Cherie Roy whipped into the far corner. There's a splash from Virginia Austen. And again, gouging the face of Cherie Roy. Goes behind, tags her a hard right forearm, whipped to the ropes, and a shoulder tackle. And down goes Cherie Roy. Autumn Breeze looking a little concerned for her tag team partner. There's a crossbody splash from the top rope from Virginia Austen on elbow to the face. Cherie Roy ducks it, locks it up, whips Virginia Austen in the far corner, fails to connect with the splash. Jumping neckbreaker from Virginia Austen. Virginia catches a shot from Cherie Roy. Takes her down again. Cherie Roy follows it up with a stomp to the head and a knee to the skull. Wow. Cherie Roy absolutely shining here. Virginia Austen on the apron. Cherie charges shoulder. Down goes Virginia Austen to the outside. Referee Walt Rothburn initiating the count here. Austen rolled back inside the ring. Cherie Roy taking the long way home here. Virginia Austen decides she's going to come out to join her. Cherie Roy right there. Opens up with a series of rights. Virginia Austen counters. Has her up into a backbreaker. Cherie Roy looking for trouble on the outside and certainly finding it. Virginia Austen disrespectfully with a boot to the throat of the Queen of the Black Garden. Cherie Roy back on her feet. A series of disrespectful slaps right to the head and a shoulder that takes Cherie Roy down. The referee's count continues. Again, another gouge of the face from Virginia Austen. Quickly making her way back inside the ring, followed by Cherie Roy. Kick to the midsection, quickly countered by Cherie Roy. Virginia Austen counters. Kick to the midsection from Cherie Roy again. Virginia Austen whipped to the ropes. Whoa, did you see that one? She just let gravity do the work. Cherie Roy. Standing dropkick takes Virginia Austen down to the canvas. Cherie Roy rounds her up again. Here's a forearm uppercut. Cherie Roy all the way up on the top rope again. Fails to connect with the leg drop this time again. Virginia Austen with a kick takes down Cherie Roy. Rounds her up again. Kick to the midsection, and oh, here it is. The lovers kiss goodnight. And that is definitely going to be bad news here. She covers. 1, 2, 3, and that is a wrap right there.
Here's the time, 5 minutes and 15 seconds. And your winner, Vivacious Virginia Austen.
That's a damn shame, y'all. Cherie was just killing me. She had Virginia right where she wanted her. But all it took was that one lucky shot to lay in the lover's kiss goodnight. And just like that, Cherie Roy got robbed out of. This one. That's Virginia Austen, though. You know how she loves to destroy other people's dreams.
As of Virginia, Austen picks up a win over Cherie Roy here, and we'll be back with more RWL Rage right after the break. Stay with us.